G'day guys, my name's Dave and welcome to another Guitar Zero to Hero song tutorial. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to play All Is Found by Kacey Musgraves from the Frozen 2 soundtrack, which is a really beautiful finger-picked song. Now in this lesson, I'm going to teach you two different ways of playing this song. The first is a finger-picked version. The second is a nice and easy strummed version for those who just want to strum and sing along. Now if you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Or if you really want to improve on your guitar, then sign up to Guitar Zero to Hero Premium, which is my complete step-by-step guitar course. So let's start off with the finger-picked version. I just want to note that I'm not teaching this note for note. There's a lot going on in the actual recording where there's actually two guitars being played at the same time. On top of that, the finger-picking is played in quite a freestyle way. So in this lesson, I'm going to simplify it a little bit and I'll provide you with more structure so it's easier to follow and it sounds just as good. Alright, so let's start with the intro, and we're going to start with an A minor 11 shape like this. So you're going to need to put your ring and pinky finger on the 5th frets of the 4th and 3rd strings, and your index finger will just bar across the 3rd fret of the 2nd and 1st string. You're going to start with the open 5th string, and then you're going to pinch the 4th and 2nd strings together. And then we have 3 quick notes, so it's the 4th, 3rd and 4th, and then hold that last note out for a little bit. So the first half. And then we're going to go up to the 1st string, pluck that. And then we have a run of 6 notes after that. So it's the 4th, 2nd, 4th, 3rd, 4th, 2nd. And in total for the first bar. Then we go to a D/A shape like this. So your index finger will bar across the 2nd fret of the 3rd, 2nd and 1st string. Your ring finger goes on the 4th fret of the 4th and middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. We're going to play the exact same pattern that we had for the first shape, except we're just going to end on that 1st string. So it sounds like this. And hold it out for the rest of the bar. So in total for this intro, and you just repeat that through twice for the intro. Now let's get to the verse, and there's 2 lines of tab here. Now we're going to start with our A minor 11, and we're going to learn a picking pattern here that is used for a lot of the rest of the song. Now, as I mentioned at the start of this lesson, it's more important to learn structure rather than it is to learn note for note. So that's why I'm giving you these picking patterns that you can use for each chord, and sounds great. So it makes it a more efficient way to learn, and you're learning the structure as opposed to note for note, which at the end of the day is better for you as a musician. So with our A minor 11, this is how the picking pattern is going to go. We're going to start with the bass note of whatever chord we're playing. In this instance, it's the 5th string. And then we're going to play a run of 6 notes. So it's the 4th, 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 4th, 3rd. So that's our picking pattern, which sounds like this. Now remember that first note is held out for a little bit longer than the other notes. So that is our typical picking pattern that's used for a lot of this song. We're going to play that twice for this A minor 11. And then we go down to this D/A, and we're going to play this for 2 picking patterns. Our next chord is an F/C, so it's the same as an F bar chord, except you'll just take your index finger down to the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Now in this chord shape, we're actually going to use a different picking pattern. So we're going to start by going with the 4th string, and then the 3rd and 2nd. So that sounds like this. And then for our next picking pattern, we go to the 5th string instead for our first note. And then we just repeat that again. So in total for this bar. And then our next shape is a C/G. So we're just gonna move everything except for our index finger up 1 string like that. So that's a C/G. And now our root notes move up 1 string as well. So we're gonna play the exact same picking pattern that we did in the last bar, except we're going to start with the 5th string here, and then the 6th string, and then repeat that through twice. And that's everything for the first line of tab, which sounds like this altogether. For our second line of tab, we're going to go up to a D minor shape like this, except you don't really need to bar your whole index finger down. Your index finger only needs to hit that 5th fret of the 5th string. So we're going to be plucking the 5th string and then the 3rd and 2nd. And then our index finger comes up 1 string to the 5th fret of the 6th string, and we're going to do the exact same thing, but now with the 6th string as our bass note. So this bar is short, so it sounds like this. And then we're going to go down to an F bar chord, and we now return to our regular picking pattern. So we're going to do this twice. Note that our bass note is that 6th string. And then we're going to go to a G chord shape, but you can just put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. We're going to play this for 1 picking pattern. That's a short bar, and then we go to an A minor, and we play this for 2 picking patterns. And that's it for the verse, which sounds like this. Next, we're going to learn the break, which is in between verse 1 and 2. And it's just 3 bars here. So we're going to start with the D/A. So we've already learnt that chord shape. We're going to play that for 2 picking patterns. Then we go to our F-C, and it's very similar to what we had in the verse for the first 3 picking patterns. So for this last picking pattern, slide this whole shape up 2 frets and play the 5th and 3rd and 2nd strings. So that bar in total. And then we go to our A minor, back to the regular picking pattern, and end with the bass note. So the break in total. After that, there's another verse, and then we go into the chorus. For the chorus, we start with an F chord for 2 picking patterns. Then to a C for 2 picking patterns. Our bass note is now the 5th string. Then we're going to go to that D minor chord we had before. We're going to play this for 1 picking pattern. This is a regular picking pattern. And then lift your index finger up to the next string, and that's our new bass note, our 6th string. Play that for 1 picking pattern. And then we go to a B flat major 7 chord like this. And you're going to play this for 2 picking patterns. For our second line of tab, we go to our F chord for 2 picking patterns again. Then an E minor for 2 picking patterns. Then a regular D chord for 2 picking patterns. Now our bass note is going to be the 4th string here. So you're going to play that fourth string twice effectively for this picking pattern. And then we return to an F for 2 picking patterns in this chorus. So in total, the chorus sounds like this. And that's it for the chorus. Now in the second chorus, you're gonna actually have to play that final bar through twice, but that's pretty much the only thing that differs. Now let's learn the easy strummed version. Now the simple strumming pattern is gonna go like this. Down, 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 up, down, up. So really simple. For our intro, we have 2 chords. We have an A minor 11, so it's played like this. And then we go to a D/A, which is played like this. Now you don't want to hit the 6th string for either of those chords. For each chord, you're going to play 2 strumming patterns. So the intro is as simple as this. Next we get to the verse. Now every chord here is played for 2 strumming patterns except for the ones that I've highlighted. And they're just played for 1 strumming pattern instead. So we have A minor 11 for 2, D/A for 2, we have an F/C for 2, you can play a full F if you wanted to as well, and then we have a C/G for 2 strumming patterns, and then we have a D minor/A, so you can just play it like this, and then F, G, and then A minor. So the verse just sounds like this. Next we move on to the break, which is in between verse 1 and verse 2. There's just 3 chords. We have our D/A, then we go to F-C, and then A minor. And they're all played for 2 strumming patterns, so really nice and easy. And finally, the last thing we need to learn for this easy strum version is the chorus. So we start with an F for 2 strumming patterns, then we go to a C, then we go to D minor/A, and then B flat major 7. Then for our second line of chords, it's F, E minor, D/A. So that's just a normal D, but you can hit the open 5th string, and then the F. So the simple chorus sounds like this. And those are all the parts you need to learn for this song. So now I'll be doing a playthrough of the song and I'll have a vocal track on top for some context. A big thanks to my friend Amanda for lending her awesome vocals to this playthrough. If you want to check out her YouTube channel, there's a link in the description below. Feel free to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go.
Where the north wind meets the sea.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Or if you really want to improve on your guitar, then sign up to Guitar Zero to Hero Premium, which is my complete step-by-step guitar course. It'd mean the world if you could hit that like button, hit subscribe, click the little notification bell as well so that you don't miss out on my updates. Please leave your thoughts, comments, questions, or requests down below, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.